Hi everybody. It's Tuesday the ninth. Yes. Tuesday the ninth. Surgery was a week ago. I had both my kidneys out. Um the surgery went better than we expected in some forms. It was done really quick. Apparently the surgery itself only took like 45 minutes or something crazy. And I was in recovery for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. So that all went really well. But everything else was kind of shit, really. Um, I've had surgeries before. I've had a cesarean with my daughter. I had a radical hysterectomy. I had all the ovaries, everything taken out. I've had my gallbladder, my appendix removed. You know, this was not my first rodeo as far as surgeries go. But apparently every other surgery I've ever had has been a piece of cake compared to this. Because, wow. I went into this thinking, okay, this is a major surgery. And I expressed to some of my closest friends and family just how worried I was that I might not make it successfully through the surgery. It never occurred to me that I would successfully make it physically through the surgery, only to lose myself mentally, I guess. But what happened was, in every other surgery I've had, you go in, you have the surgery, you go to recovery, you wake up in the recovery room, you beg for ice chips, you beg that you're hungry, whatever. And you're there, and you bitch and moan, and then they go to your room, and generally, most of the surgeries lately, they release you that day. This was not so. I don't remember the emergency room. I don't remember the recovery room. I don't remember going to my own room. My surgery was on a Tuesday. I don't remember dialysis the next day. I don't remember that Thursday, and I don't remember dialysis that Friday. The next time I was aware of anything after they put me out for my surgery on Tuesday, the next time I was really aware of anything was like 3 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning, when I texted Dan and said, hey, if you're awake, you can call me. And he called me. And he was just going to bed. I apparently had a horrible time and a terrible reaction to all of it. According to Dan, when I got out of surgery Tuesday, I was alert and talking, and he thought everything was fine. But then I guess I started to zone out on him, or I don't know, something. I don't know. And I guess then he tried to stay the night, Tuesday night, but he was snoring and keeping me awake, so I sent him away, or I don't remember all of that. And then Wednesday was my first time at dialysis at the hospital. And I don't remember anything other than throwing up. And throwing up and throwing up and throwing up. Just sitting there with my emesis bag and just throwing up and throwing up. Now, one of my friends that I have dialysis with at my clinic now also had the misfortune of being in the hospital at the same time for his own problems. And he was in the dialysis session that I was in at the hospital that day. And while he couldn't see me because their hospital, their dialysis isn't like my clinic where it's a hallway, or not a hallway, but like a big room, and everybody sits around the room like this and looks at each other. This is like a row of hospital beds along the wall. And so he didn't see me, but he could hear me. I'm pretty unmistakable. Especially when all you hear is, you know, that was not really good. But, so he could hear me and knew that I was having a hard time, and I guess he called out to me, but I don't remember anything. I just remember throwing up. And then, now, as the time has passed, I'm just recalling a nurse, or nurses probably, saying, hey, what are you doing? You have needles in your arm. Put your arm down. Hey, stop moving your arm. Stop, don't do that. You have needles in your arm. So obviously, I must have been flailing, or I don't know what I was doing. Something. Which is not like me at all, because when I go to dialysis, I'm pretty much a stick. I just lay there. You know, I can't stand to move my arm because I'm terrified that I'm going to infiltrate or whatever. But apparently I wouldn't be still in the hospital. Okay, then the other thing that happened was I had a central line put in. It's where they go, well, you can't really see it. I have so many scars and everything now. But they put, I don't know, they put like a central PICC line in. So that if I needed a blood transfusion or whatever, or they needed to take blood, whatever, it was handy and they could just get it. Apparently I tried to pull my central line out. I don't know. And I kept trying to get out of bed. At one point, Dan had to make them turn some sort of bed alarm on, so that there would be an alarm if I tried to get up, because I couldn't walk and I didn't know where I was, and I didn't know who I was or anything. But I was trying to get up and I was trying to leave or trying to, I don't know. I wasn't there. It was pretty scary. Now that I'm looking back and now that I'm hearing about it, it's like, it's like that party you had in college where it must have been an awesome party because you don't remember anything, but you hurt all over and everybody's telling stories about it. Yeah, there you go. I'm there, but without the benefit of, you know, being drunk. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. And then they couldn't get me to eat. And then, well, in my defense, though, you know, there's a reason they couldn't get me to eat, and that's because hospital food is terrible. I mean, it really, truly is. It's horrible. But, let's see. Oh, and then, okay. So then Friday I went to dialysis again, and still I don't remember that at all. Maybe I was still moving my arm, I don't remember. But then, like I said, I became conscious again sometime in the middle of the night, Friday night. They apparently took my epidural line out Friday afternoon. And so, that's when things got a little bit even more crazy, I guess, as the epidural started to wear off. Because I guess the doctor came in and I knew my name, I knew Dan's name, I knew the name of our president. But I told them that this was May, and I didn't know what year it was. And I think Dan said I told him that I was in the hospital, but I didn't know the name of the hospital, or I don't know. But that was as of Friday afternoon. I couldn't answer those questions. Because I guess the doctor who did my surgery, he was ready to cut me loose and send my ass home on Friday. Well, nope, she's fine. Physically, she's fine. Let her go. And here I am. I can't even tell you what day of the month it is, you know. So Dan and the other doctor said, no, she's not ready to come home yet. Okay. So then, like I said, overnight, Friday night into Saturday, I had some grand awakening. And suddenly I knew everything, and I was all better, and I stopped trying to get out of bed, and I started behaving myself, and so then it became, well, you can go home as soon as you have a bowel movement. Well, the problem with that is, to have output, you have to have input. And when I tell you that Erlanger's hospital food sucks, like, you've all heard hospital food jokes. Probably many of you have been in the hospital and experienced the food for yourself. But it's not just bad hospital food. It is really, really bad hospital food. Like, to the point that Dan, who will eat just about anything, tried something, I don't even know what it was, tried a bite of it and went, oh, no. Now, for my husband to not eat something, please. That's all I'm saying. Dan is our garbage disposal, man. We'll make something. If we don't like it, he'll eat it. Give it to Dan. He'll eat. Like that commercial. Give it to Mikey. He won't eat it. He hates everything. Dan is the opposite. Give it to Dan. He'll eat it. He eats everything. Now, Dan took a bite of something that was on my tray and was like, oh, no. So, yeah. So then, okay, so I couldn't go. All day Saturday. Tried to go. Finally, Saturday evening comes, and I'm able to go. Yay! But then it's too late to be discharged because everybody who would discharge me has gone home. So, yeah. So, Sunday comes, and I say, okay, I'm ready to go home. And they say, well, you have to go. You have to have a bowel movement. I said, but I had one of those yesterday. That counts. I had one yesterday. Well, we'd prefer you to have another one today. Well, look, man, it took all out of me. It took everything I had to have the one I had yesterday. So then they made me walk. I walked a lap around and whatever, and hi, Kringle. And, did everything that I was told to do, and finally they did let me go. I got the central line out, I was able to get dressed, I was able to leave, yay. And so now I'm home, but it was a terrifying experience. And I just want to thank everyone and tell you just how much you all mean to me and how important it is. All of you that had words of kindness, all of you that had good wishes, prayers, karma, whatever you want to call it. I just want to thank you guys because it really, really humbles me to know that there are so many people out there who care about me and who cared about what I was going through and about what my family is going through. And I just love you guys. I know people say that all the time. Oh, I love you, man. I love you, man. I really do. I wasn't going to do this. You guys really are great people and great friends. And I really am so lucky to have you all. And I just wanted to take this time and say thank you. And how much it meant to me to know how much all of you were thinking of me. And how much you all care. The people at Dan's work, because he had to miss all last week. The people at his work would text him on a daily basis, just as work friends, just co-workers. They don't know me from Adam. And several of them texted him on a daily basis asking about me. When he got to work today, there was a card on his desk signed by all of them for me. I'm so touched. And you're touched too, you're going to be touched in the face. And I just really wanted to take a minute to thank you all. And I don't know. I guess such a big build up for such a little thing, but you'll never understand how much it means to me. So, anyway, and now here I am at home, sitting in the bedroom on the bed with the dogs, because it's the only way I can have any interaction with them, because I can't be in my chair, because then they jump on my stomach. But if I'm on the bed with them, then they can be here with me. Come here, Kringle. Kringle, come here, say hi. Look. Look. Look at the doggy in the camera. Look. Look. Kringle, look. Oh, you're so stupid. Gizmo. Come here. See, there's Gizmo. Yeah. But I don't know. I guess that's it now. I'm gonna go ahead and post this and try to pretend I'm actually a big tough bitch and I'm not really sitting here crying. So bye everybody. Thank you again. I love you guys.